So we're unbeaten in 8 games. Today we welcome both Real Madrid and Aston Villa to the Etihad before a trip to Old Trafford in today's triple header. Hello and welcome back to Around the World in 80 Clubs. Since you were last with me in the 1-1 draw with Chelsea, we went on to absolutely annihilate Liverpool, Leeds 7-1 with Pino, Haaland getting 4, Gvardiol and Malcolm all on the score sheet. It was 6-0 at half time, I think, before we got a 7th in second half. Then we went on to face Lille. I tried something a little bit different, a different formation. Haaland and Malcolm both on the score sheets on that one. We then beat Arsenal 1-0 with Bellingham, and that was back to our formation we've been using, as I feel that I can only trial it against lesser clubs to some extent. So today, to face Aston Villa, we have a returning silver in goal with Hull, Paracasi, Kuda and Vega at the back. Bellingham and Gavi with Malcolm, Romano and Mustard behind Haaland up top. Why have I put... That's got to be... We're putting Euro at the back there. I don't know why or where he has come. I think what I've done is I've accidentally bought Gvardiol. Should be there. There we go. That's better. I think I've clicked on Gvardiol and swapped him over there. Good job I noticed, because otherwise it would have been a horrible start. So we are obviously welcoming our former club, and Laskowski and boys are all playing today. We recognise 99% of this Aston Villa squad. We built it. We spent the money. I'm surprised they've not pushed on. I was expecting them to be challenging for Europe this year, but they're languishing sort of bottom mid half of the table. They're not. I don't think they're going to get relegated. I don't think at the moment they're just a mid-table team, which is surprising. Here is Haaland, but that is offside. Quinteros obviously in goal for them, a player which we bought in. They've got Olivares, Gardner, Manchase, Magnuson, Shimakawa, some Laskowski to Magnuson. They've got some really good players still there, and I'm amazed. Like I say, I expect them to be a lot better than they've been doing. Here is Malcolm to Bellingham to Romano, back to Gavi. Gavi plays it over the top towards Vergas, but Vergas does in fact get the ball back, plays it back to Gavi, who plays it into Malcolm. Bellingham's through. Bellingham puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 1-0. And the Etihad stands on their feet and roars the boys. All 10 people of them. The Etihad. Although in Football Manager it doesn't display as well. But yes, here is Hull. Plays it over, and Mustard has just popped the ball in the back of the net. Easily done. Great play from Mustard. So with half an hour gone, we're 2-0 up against, like I say, former club Aston Villa. And I really loved my time at Villa. This has kind of been feeling a bit like a cheat code to be Manchester City. But as I've said before, it will be a 1 or 2 season at Man City. We are going to move on. We're going to try and find a former big club in the likes of Italy, Spain, or Germany, maybe even France, and topple the big boys again as our final walk in this game. Hopefully, we will get another month out of it. Out of the save, and then we'll look to do something else come March time. Around March, I have an idea, so we'll see. And obviously I'm keeping that idea close to my chest. Here's Romano, plays it out, but Lavskovsky tries to play it out there. Vargas intercepts. Bellingham plays it towards Malcolm, but it's intercepted, and here is Lavskovsky, plays it over the top. Chase was on the chase, but suddenly pulled up oddly, and Hull is now injured. Okay. Bishop's going to come on for Hull. Gvardiol's coming off for Euro as well while we're at it, just to get rid of the card. Especially with Bishop playing at the left back. He's definitely more attacking than Hull. So we go into half time. It is 2-0. We'll keep it there for now. Haaland's picked up a knock, so we might need to bring him off pretty quickly, especially at his age. I'm just going to let this highlight play out. Is Malcolm to Bishop, to Bellingham, to Romano to Haaland. Haaland loses out, and that injury showing itself now. Seems to be running okay. And here's Chase, plays it across, and Lavskovsky puts the ball in the back of the net and does what we know that he can do. He is deadly in front of goal and puts it at Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 1. And now it is time to make that change. What are we going to do? Malcolm up top. We'll throw Pino out wide, and we're going to bring on Tevez for Gavi as well. That's what we're going to do. So we've got one change left, and we might need it, but the ball's played forward to Romano. Romano now on the ball. Can he find a ball across? No, he gets sort of almost pushed out there. Magnuson picks up the ball, plays it back to Quantros, to Masters, to Quinteros, Magnuson, Sansi, Olivero, Doug, Sansi, Magnuson. They still look like they're trying to play the football which we brought in. Here is Tevez. It was very, very sort of ball switching movement. Here's Bellingham, plays it through to Malcolm, whose shot is saved and pushed wide. Now we have a corner, and Jeremy plays it in towards the far post, but Quinteros comes out and gathers comfortably. Now Bishop to Bellingham. Bellingham plays it to Euro, to Tevez. Tevez to Malcolm. Malcolm tries to spray it out, but only finds an Aston Villa shirt. Aston Villa build pressure on us at the moment. Misteros, Lavskovsky, Merchase. We've got to stop this ball from coming in. It doesn't, and Doug's there and plays it back to Oliveras, and Oliveras makes it 2-2. And this is not the result we were after. And look at that for a Premier League. Here is Tevez, plays it to Bishop. Bishop to Bellingham. Bellingham plays it into Malcolm, whose shot is hit and it's just wide. It's Jeremy with the corner kick. Plays it towards there. Mustard plays it back to Jeremy. Oh, his shot's hit away. And now Kruder plays it to Vargas. Vargas to Euro. Euro out to Bishop. Bishop running inside, but switches to the outside. Can he find a ball across? No. But he's still got the ball. Plays it back to Tevez. We all know that Tevez has got a ping on him, and it's tried to curl it into that far post, but Quinteros is good to it. And we're still 2-2. And it looks as though that could be the end of it. It's going to end 2-2 unless we can do something in the dying seconds of the game. And it's Merchase on the ball, plays it back to Quinteros. Merchase. Canate plays it across. Vargas has stepped up there. Mustard to Malcolm. Malcolm through 1-on-1 with the keeper. And the keeper makes a brilliant save. Wow. It's Malcolm with the corner. Plays it out towards Musto. Mustard's unable to get there. Plays it back to Vargas. And it looks as though it's all over. It's 2-2. We've welcomed Villa to the Emirates and we've gone away with a 2-2 draw. But let's just have a quick look at this table now. 27 points, Manchester City. 27 points, West Ham. 27 points, Manchester United. 26 for Brighton, 25 for Everton and 24 for Liverpool. Means that basically the top 6 are separated by just 3 points. Wow. We move on to Real Madrid. So for today's game against Real Madrid, we have Silva in goal with Beraltas, Gvardiol, Euro and Vegas at the back. Van Dong and Bellingham in midfield. Bishop, Tevez and Pino behind Haaland up top. Obviously we are trying to get some rotation into the squad with big games one after the other here. And this one is probably the biggest. We need a result here to really push through and forward in the Champions League. We want to finish in this top 8 group. We also want to win the Premier League, don't get me wrong, but we want to just finish in this top 8, and Silva's gathered comfortably. Now, what can Silva do with it? Plays it out to Euro. Euro to Bellingham. Back to Silva. Guardiol. Guardiol to Bellingham. Bellingham to Silva. Guardiol. What can Guardiol do with it? Plays it back to Silva, to Euro, to Bellingham. Bellingham back towards Silva. And it's a calamity there. And Tandia has come in, intercepted, taken it off of us, and scored. That is playing out from the back. Unfortunately, occasionally, you make an error, especially against big teams, you're in trouble. As we start to fall down the league. Here's Guardiol, plays it back to Silva, back to Guardiol, to Bellingham, to Silva. Guardiol, Bellingham, Silva, plays it out to Vegas. Vargas plays it out to Jeremy. Tevez now. Can Tevez find a ball across? Haaland's waiting in the middle. Plays it back to Bellingham. Plays it into Jeremy! Yes! Jeremy puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 1-1. And that one meant a lot. We needed that goal. Whew. But here's Rodrigo, but Jeremy picks it up to Euro. Euro plays it into Bellingham, to Tevez, to Vargas. Vargas plays a beautiful ball and Haaland's through 1-1 and Haaland's put the ball in the back of the net to make it 2-1. And as quickly as we went behind, we have pulled it back and are now 2-1 up. Absolutely superb ball by Vargas. Haaland makes the run, and you can't give Haaland that much space. 1-on-1 with the keeper, he's always going to slot it home. But what a ball from Vargas. That's probably the best ball I've seen. Definitely in this save, possibly in the game. That was weighted to perfection. We are just going to play it cool. We're going to try and keep going. Here is Bishop now. Bishop, can he find a ball across? No, he can't. He loses out. Bellingham's going to win the header. Plays it into Tevez. It's tipped onto the crossbar and Haaland's header's just wide. Wowzers. We haven't got time to catch our breath today as Real Madrid come away with a shot. Silva gathers comfortably, but here it is. We've got a throw in. Haaland's turn to take the throw in to Gvardiol. Back to Haaland. Bishop now plays it out to Vargas, whose shot is easily gathered up by Trubin. Trubin with a long kick. Bellingham regathers. That's through to Haaland. Was he onside? I'm not sure. It seemed tight. It's awarded. We've pulled clear. He must have just about been onside there. Wowzers. So with 60 minutes gone, we are 3-1 up, and now it's time to make some changes. We need to make changes. We need to keep this team fresh. We are going to bring Gavi on the right. Haaland's coming off. Vassim's going to come on up top. We want to bring Tevez off Napan. Jude's going to make way for Mananzo. And Vargas is coming off for Lofty. We've taken off some of the big boys. We're hoping that we just can hold on now. We might lack a little bit going forward now, but it's something we needed to do. We've got a massive game against Manchester United next. It doesn't get any easier after Man U. They've got Liverpool. We could, in fact, have done all 4 games, but I think we're going to limit it to 3. Wowzers. So, we've won 3-1 there. Let's go on to the Manchester derby and final game of this episode. And for today's final match, the derby against Manchester United, we have Silva in goal with Erkan, Gvardiol, Karuda and Vargas at the back, Bellingham and Gavi in midfield, Bishop, Tevez and Malcolm behind Haaland up top. We've got a real chance of pushing ahead here in the league. A win over Manchester United would see us go 3 points clear of them at the top of the table. But oddly, could see Manchester United fall as low as 6th. Here is Bellingham with the corner, plays it over towards Haaland, who's unable to get there. Bishop gathers though, plays it back to Gavi. Bishop, Kruder, out to Bellingham. Bellingham unable to find a ball through, and Solomon for Manchester United now on the break. To Garnacho. Plays in Højlund, just shot wide. And it's still 0-0. West Ham, didn't see who they're facing later today. But here is Haaland with the throw-in. Plays it forward. Kuroda to Haaland. Gvardiol. Bishop. Oof. And it's just wide and goes out for a goal kick. But now they're back on the attack with Diego Spencer to Blank. To Solomon. Højlund puts the ball in the back of the net. Comes off Gvardiol. And it's Manchester United 1, Manchester City 0. And now that could put us all the way back. Who have West Ham got? Doesn't look like West Ham are playing today. What about Brighton at home to Palace? So you'd think Brighton are going to win and go above us. Everton have got Aston Villa away at Villa, might be a hard game. But Liverpool have got West Brom again. They should win. We're going to thrash arms for the first time in a long time. Say that we're not happy. Pino's going to come on. Flanking out to Dramé. Van der Van. Garnacho plays it over the top. We get it clear. Malcolm tries to play it down towards Haaland, who's unable to get there. Gabriel plays it out. Højlund over the top to Garnacho, and it falls to Dramé, and it's out for a corner. Here's Erkan, plays it over to Malcolm. Malcolm to Højlund. Back Højlund to Haaland. Back to Malcolm. Just wide. This time it's pushed wide though, so we get a corner and Jeremy's to take. Plays it towards the far post. Gavi's going to gather this ball though. Plays it back in to nobody. I think we're going to make some changes now. Nobody's playing particularly well. Tevez is going to come off there. Bellingham needs to come off for Van Dong. Mustard coming on for you. And Vargas on for Haaland. And let's go. Let's see what we can do here. Can we get a goal to equalise? Here's Mason Mount still at Manchester United. Plays it back to Gabriel. To Blank. Blank to Solomon. Mount. Luckily over. Come on. We're going to go attacking now. We need a result. We need a draw at least. Come on. Mustard can play up top. Pino can play up top. Gavi can go out wide. And absolutely nothing, unfortunately. We lose that one against Manchester United, and the fans are not going to be happy with that. Even though it was away from home, that is not the result we're after. But what we are going to do now is play a lump of games, and we're going to come back for the FA Cup third round. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I've been the Masked Manager, and until next time, I have spoken.